just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
For a Baltimore Ravens.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews down. It's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick in.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Browns nothing. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he completes it to Hunt. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Complete.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And the Browns.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And some room to roam now. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Going deep here for Taylor. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give it more than when I get it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now it's Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
And goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down now. It's Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get it?
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Intercepted by the...
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
In your face!
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And the lead is now 24.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 24, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
A gain of 19 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
40. 180. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 48. 48 for Mike. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield off the play fake. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check the back. Check the back.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
They'll go again with Dobbins. They're going to get a brief pause in the action for an injured player, and I believe, yes, that is J.K. Dobbins, the running back. He's down after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Taken down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Five yards remain on second down. They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 39 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's second down. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name. How about you?
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The 10-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Down. 3rd and long.
They've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15 and a flag down as well. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
With that, catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jackson will throw again. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Jackson's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The first throw for the backup Griffin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 27, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield on play action. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Cleveland.
A gain of 7. First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield now from the 50. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb.
Mayfield's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd down at 4. Again, this is Chubb. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans.